I asked for a couple people to get online, but I don't know what time they're doing anything. But today's chat was going to be on the topic of, should we pray for protection when entering a cemetery and pray for protection when leaving a cemetery? And I was just going to start by saying that I've been on the line. Like, I used to pray when I go in cemeteries. Hi, Myers Paranormal. I'm doing this video because of you. That and because of the live stream the other day with the ghost talk or spirit talker. But the question is, should you pray? Hi, Christopher. Should you pray when you're entering a cemetery? And should you pray exiting a cemetery? Or is it okay to go in there or whatever? So basically, what I was trying to say is, I used to pray when I was going in cemeteries, especially if I was with someone else. I'd be like, I'm praying for the people I'm around and all that stuff. But I just kind of got comfortable with not praying because I have seen many, many demons. I have seen demons in cemeteries. I do have some of it documented on this channel. And I have been around different situations where I felt like, because, I wasn't attacked, because I wasn't too scared off, and the people I was around weren't hurt, that I was safe. Like, I didn't have to pray or anything. So, because a lot of other people that would see the things I see might experience things like their life falling apart, or, like they're falling a lot, or just something weird, like almost like a curse. But the other night, I did the Spirit Talk live chat, and it had mentioned a couple things like the devil was here. And so it's just like, maybe it was here, but there's a big possibility that I took it home with me, because I used to live in this other building, and I saw things that looked like the Cenobites, and I'm not playing. Ghost Watchers, hi. If you Cenobites is like off the Hellraiser movies, and Clive Barker had designed the hi Sean, the Clive Barker had designed the demons, and like one of them was like Pinhead and whatever, Chatterbox and all this stuff. So anyway, I believe that the reason why Clive Barker had done those characters like that is because it actually exists like that. Like, I used to believe that there's no way that the devil, all these drawings of the devil, or not the devil, but demons, used to have like, hi Adrian, used to have like pointy tails and horns and stuff. And I used to think that was like fake, like it was just some fad. Somebody saw a drawing or heard it in a story and they just kind of did it. But I felt like these people hadn't really seen these things, do these drawings. Well, I feel the same way about, oh, thank you, Ghost Watchers. Like, I think that the reason why Clive Barker designed the Cenobites, which is part of the Hellraiser movies, is because he actually seen them like that. And I'm not playing, because I had seen a Pinhead, and I had seen something that I don't know what it's called, but it was like an average sized tall man, and this face was completely smooth except for its mouth, and it had a business shirt on, button up, it had a tie and a business suit. And that was a separate time. Actually, I saw that, and that was going through the wall. I saw that. It was, I would say it's looking at me, except for it didn't have eyes, but it was looking at me. And literally 3 minutes after I saw that thing with the suit and tie, the fire department was banging on the door saying it's safer outside than it is inside because um, there's a gas leak from another apartment. Um, but that's also on my YouTube channel that I don't know what it's called, but there's a playlist called Shit Happens, and the thing that happened with the building and the gas and all that stuff is it's like documented on videos. But that's not the point. I saw this demon. I had seen the pinhead thing one time when I was going to the kitchen to get some drink, and I got in the kitchen and I saw it staring at me, and it had like a leather long dress and not a dress, but it was like a cloak, and there was like lines here and things coming out of the neck, and it had pins all over, and I didn't know what to do. So yes, it what I'm telling you, this is why Clive Barker did this stuff, because it's freaking real. Um, but so I saw a thing and I didn't know what to do. I was like, I didn't know what to do. Myers Paranormal. I didn't know what to do. Ghost Watchers. Thank you. I didn't know what to do when I saw Pinhead. I was going in the kitchen to get something to drink, and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna ignore it. But then something told me to go to the bathroom. Yeah, hold on one second, Sean. I went to go to the bathroom and I literally walked right through it. I just walked through it. It was scary as hell. It could have grabbed me. Something could have happened, but I ended up walking through it. The next morning, I saw the same demon as a human form outside the front steps. I'm dressed like my ex-husband. I'm not playing. It was freaking crazy. It was the face features of the demon. It was the demon. But it was outside dressed in something my ex-husband would have been dressed in, you know. I mean, my ex-husband used to know how to dress nice, you know, he used to dress nice and he would have wore a knit sweater. You know what I'm saying? So, and he looked like him. But when I saw him as Pinhead, I wasn't thinking of my ex-husband. It was when he was outside, you know, pretty much in human form. So anyway, I had seen those demons. I've seen a lot of demons. I'm gonna tell you what. I forget how old I was. I think I was 21. It was a year I got pregnant with my oldest son, and um, I was like all suicidal and crazy. Like it was insane. I didn't I didn't have any money. You know, I was running around on a bicycle because I had left my car in a different city, like at someone else's house. You know, I was losing my boyfriend to somebody else. I was just really depressed and suicidal. So I decided I was gonna go um just crazy and hunt down vampires. And I ended up meeting all kinds of crazy things. And there are vampires. Um, Something happened to me where I was able to get the gift of um, being able to feel when a vampire's near, or be able to smell like when a werewolf's around. But um, but anyway, so, and there was silver knives involved and swamps and all kinds of crazy things in the story. People draining my car, the oil thing. So my car broke down the road, 8 hours to get somewhere. It was insane. All chasing vampires. So, and that was around Everett, Washington, Olympia, and Tacoma, Washington. And so I've seen a lot of things. So I kind of like take it for granted that um like I've been around these things without needing to pray. Um but I don't know if I'm right, because if somebody else was in my shoes, they may have been affected, they may have not survived. I have no idea. But I mean, I do feel like I have the favor of God, but you know, the live stream the other night where it was the spirit talker, um, like it was mentioning the devil was here. Um, a lot of times when something speaks of the devil, they really mean demon, so I'm not sure. But Um, and then it says shapeshifter. There's a shapeshifter. But maybe it's because I'm not praying. Because I went to Oxable Cemetery, and that's on a video on this channel. Thank you. So interesting to hear a story. Thank you, Ghost Watchers Northwest, Myers Paranormal. Um, oh, Sean wanted me to talk about the dog from hell at that same building that had the pinhead and that weird guy with the no face, just a mouth and a suit and tie and a shirt. There was this little hallway that was probably like maybe um 20 feet long, and there would be this like hellhound real low to the ground, like it was like if this is the ground and this is the top of the room, the dog was like real low to the ground, like real wide, like barrel, and the head was like all thick, and it was a hellhound, and it would chase me that little bit of 20 feet, to the bathroom. And the thing was like it would make you feel like something's like literally right behind you. So I think that location had a gateway to hell, but at the same time they did demolish that building, so the building's not there. But I could always sneak on the property and try to do some kind of um some kind of what do you call it, EVP or something. It's across the street from the fire police department. So I might get asked to leave, but I can definitely go out there and try to get some EVP. I'm just saying, the building is in my videos. It's in a folder that's called Shit Happens. Yes, thank you. That's what I feel like. It's in a folder called Shit Happens, and that building is no longer there. You'll see in that video that it was condemned. And, oh, thank you. I will make time to watch everybody's channels. I promise, I swear. It's not that I don't care. So I went to Oxable, and this is a video. It's on my channel too. It's called Gates of Hell Taking Complaints. I'm in the groundskeeper building in Oxable Cemetery, and that is known for being the gateway to hell. But there's some other stories where there's tunnels under the cemetery. I have no idea. That are some road to hi Monique, some road to hell. I don't know, but anyway, it's a long story. But somebody paid me to do this. I went into the groundskeeper building, and there was an altar already made out of cement pieces, and there was a candle, and there was a beach ball. They had a beach ball there. People use beach balls when they're trying to get paranormal activity because they're lightweight and you can push them or whatever. And ghosts can push a beach ball easier than a brick. So I messed with the altar. I took a piece of paper that had someone's complaint on it. It wasn't my complaint. And I stuck the paper in the altar. Literally in that video, before I'm standing up all the way, you can hear my breath, like, and you can see the camera shaking because something was in my face. I think it was a demon. And I ran and said, holy shit. And I ran out of there. That's on a video. But anyway, being on Spirit Talker makes me feel like maybe I'm bringing something home. You know what I'm saying? there are other things that I have that groundskeepers have given me. So I have things that come from cemeteries from all over Illinois. Well, not like a lot of places, but a couple. Um, not near me. And uh, thank you. There's a lot of them, but Myers Paranormal. What I'm trying to say is, do you think that oh yeah, Ghost Watchers Northwest says always protect yourselves, guys. See, that's what I'm asking. Do you think you can take something home? Myers, do you think you can take a spirit home with you? Yes, I think so. Ghost Watchers Northwest. Monique said, good question. It's just something to consider because Ghost Watchers Northwest, we had an attachment. Nothing bad though. That's good. Sean Ginger. Myers, if you're not communicating with them directly, you're just walking through. I think they'll touch you, but when you start communicating, Myers Paranormal is like in walking them. They says one thing, but they were saying communicating and interacting with them causes an attachment, which I totally believe. But I think I've brought stuff home. So I have my sage out, have my palo sticks out burning. I can't find my salt. All you need is kosher salt. I usually get Morton, but I did not get my holy water out, but I was cleaning the area. And I don't keep a lot of friends. I don't like a lot of friends because friends only like you when you want to do what they want to do. Most of, at least the people out here, and a lot of people out here want to do drugs or drink, which I don't do. So I don't keep a lot of friends. So when the spirit talker said, there is a shapeshifter, I looked up on the internet. What is a shapeshifter? It's a person that turns into an animal. So it's a very Native American type of thing. But I guess, even though 2023 is just new, I guess in 2023, there are people like you and me and librarians and stuff that are practicing shape-shifting. So there's only a few people that are new in my life. And so I don't know if they're the shapeshifter. But I don't think my cats are getting involved. And the only other animals I see are opossums, raccoons, birds. I don't see any rabbits right now, but Illinois is full of rabbits, wild rabbits. When I lived in Washington State, there were slugs everywhere and slimy trails from the slugs, and possibly, but never on the first date, Christopher. Haha. Oh. Sean's talking about one of the cats being crazy. So I don't remember why. Like, I took classes and got certified and all this stuff. I don't even know how many certifications I have, but and some of them, like, I don't practice what I learned, so I have to watch it all over again. Even though I got the certificate, I just did. like EFT, TNT, TFT. I don't remember what it's called. There's some you gotta practice, and um, I don't remember, but there's something about the ghost one, talking to the dead. I forget, but I do have certifications in dealing with the dead and talking to the dead and all that stuff. But I guess like I Ghost Watchers, really enjoying Rachel. Oh, thank you very much, Ghost Watchers. Ghost Watchers Northwest. Um, the thing is, like, maybe I think I'm too good to pray sometimes. Bluegrass Paranormal Adventures. Do you think you need to pray for protection going into a cemetery, Bluegrass Paranormal? Do you think you should pray for protection leaving in the cemetery, Bluegrass Paranormal? Yes, Marsha's in the house. Stephen, Autumn, Sean, Christopher, Ghost Watchers Northwest, Myers Paranormal. So, most people believe you should pray for protection in the cemetery. Monique! Hi, Monique. Um, so, Bluegrass Paranormal, do you pray for protection entering and leaving a cemetery? Adrian! Um, oh, wow. Yeah, Monique. We could have a party though. Could still make it fun. Still make it fun. Um, I guess when I leave a cemetery, it's not really a prayer, but I tell the spirits they can't come home with me, that they're not leaving with me. But that doesn't stop one from coming with me. So thank you for the thumbs up, everybody. So when I leave a cemetery, I just say, "Hey, you can't come with me. Nobody's coming with me. I'm not taking anybody with me." Um, do you feel a spirit at home? Monique, Ghost Watchers Northwest. We always ask for protection, meditate, and visualize white light to ground yourself. That is the right thing to do. Um, you, uh, Ghost Watchers Northwest, you go to some intense places. Um, yeah, you have to protect yourselves, especially as a group. I would imagine, I'm not trying to be like in the genders or whatever, but I would imagine that being a female, it puts you on the sensitive side. So I would imagine you need more protection than a man. So, um, what happens if you don't protect yourself, Monique? Um, you bring things home. You can get sick. Like, oh yeah, Ghost Watchers Northwest said they're very sensitive. You can get sick. You can get, if you're not protected, you could get bad luck. You could get divorced. You could get whatever. Kind of like voodoo-ish. Um, something could attach itself to you, Myers Paranormal. Um, all of a sudden, maybe you get in conflicts with everybody. There's arguments with everybody. Um, you could get in a car accident. Um, but I think a lot of times it would show up in some kind of sickness or mood swings. Um, I think it would be hard to tell if it's something going on with you or if it's the spirit, but it definitely affects you in a negative way. Ghost Watchers Northwest said it can have a negative impact in your life. It's like voodoo, you know. Um, Even though voodoo is something that somebody specifically has to act out like ritual or spell, um, spirits are kind of on that spiritual level like that too. Um, but I have to admit that I thought, well, since I can see demons and oh, I didn't talk about the fire cat. There's a fire cat, which is on another video on this channel. I forget what it's called, but it's under Oxable. If you just look CEO, blah, 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 Oxable Cemetery, or you'll probably see it. But it was, yes, Monique. Um, oh, yeah. Um, I was there on January 2nd of 2020, right before the pandemic. January 2nd. The first and the New Year's Eve satanic days. So there was stuff going on down there. On the second, there was still stuff going on down there. But I think it's because the satanic days went further. I think they went to the 3rd of January. But anyway, my son and I, Seth, who has autism, he's innocent. He doesn't know very much. He knows nothing about sex, nothing about anything like that. And we went down there at 4:55 and it was really dark because it was wooded, even though it wasn't that dark up the hill. And we couldn't see, but I was shooting pictures, going through shooting pictures. And the light on my phone wasn't bright enough for us to see far. The dark was absorbing all the light. And I was taking pictures and I got right up to this. I wasn't that far from this gravestone. I actually walked closer to it before as I was leaving. And it had a bright orange cat looking demon. And here's the gravestone. Here's the head. And on the other side of the gravestone was some weird tail. We went back. An hour later at 5:55. Here's another video on my channel. 6 ATVs come flying up the hill. And a cop was behind them. And the cop said, hey, don't go down there. Whatever you do, don't go down there. 6 ATVs coming out of there. When we were going back at 5:55, we were there. So these people, there were 6 ATVs. At 5 minutes to 6, they're getting chased out by the police. So I don't know if they were down there when we were down there or if they went down there right after we left. But I think if we would have, my son and I would have been down there around that time, we probably would have been attacked. But anyway, there was something satanic going on about that. That is also in another video. But I don't remember what that one was called. That video and the demon one are under playlists that are called paranormal. I have a paranormal playlist. Sean, that's right by the groundskeeper shack, right? Yes, it's the gravestone in front of the groundskeeper building in Oxable Cemetery, which is a crater. CRYDR. Oh, and that grave that the demon cat was behind, um, is a Freemason. That person has a Freemason symbol on their gravestone. So the demon was behind a Freemason gravestone, which is the closest gravestone to the groundskeeper building, which is the portal to hell. So, um, I'm siding with everybody else about um, needing that prayer. How are you feeling? Bluegrass Paranormal Adventures. I was doing better, I promise you, but then I got in here and I'm starting to choke up a little bit. I don't know why, but I've been a lot better. Haven't been like I was so coughing so bad. It felt like I did like a million sit-ups. It was like like my gut, like there should be a coughing diet because that coughing made me feel like that. Oh, Myers Paranormal. Really creepy stuff. You know, Myers Paranormal, I hope that you don't come across stuff that's this freaky. I really hope you don't. And the cemeteries, I don't comment on every video, but the cemeteries, oh, thanks, Bluegrass Paranormal. The cemeteries you go to, Myers, is so deep in history that, um, Sean, um, you're connecting with something that's not modern. You know, those cemeteries you go to, there's nothing modern about it. I know that sounds crazy, but there is a way to relate it to what I'm saying because there is something that makes sense. But um, Myers Paranormal had a cemetery video where there were cows in the cemetery. I'm not playing. Hey, there were cows in a cemetery video for Myers Paranormal. But um some people, oh, thanks, Monique. Some people don't believe in praying in a cemetery because they're skeptics. They don't have anything to believe, to pray about. Oh, thank you, Ghost Watchers Northwest. So, um, maybe I thought I was too good to pray, but I feel like I need to pray. I feel like after the spirit talker, even if that devil's not from me, even if it's just here, I still need to pray at cemeteries. Oh, yeah, Myers Paranormal likes old grave history or cemetery history. Um, Jonita, hi. We're just talking all kinds of things, but we're talking about whether we should pray for protection going in or leaving a cemetery, you know, protection over us. Sean, I don't know what you mean. Um, the Sean is talking about some energy thing. Oh yeah, I think he was kind of getting possessed on the property. Um, Sean started getting weird, and the EVP told me in 3 different voices the same sentence. They said, "Beware of him." So he was off on the ready to go out of the cemetery. I wasn't. I was in the middle of the cemetery. But anyway, later when I told him what the EVP said, he said he felt like he was trapped. We were never going to get out. We're either going to get locked in or forgotten about, or the car wouldn't start, or whatever. So I think he was a little possessed or getting influenced. Um, Ghost Watchers Northwest being possessed is one of the things that always scares me. Well, I believe that possession can be very subtle. It doesn't have to be like the movies, where you don't have to be distorted. You don't have to be cussing and spitting to be possessed. I believe like you could be slightly possessed. Um, or maybe what you're possessed by can only affect certain parts of your life. Like maybe it doesn't have as much strength. But I do believe that people get possessed on a regular basis. Oh, thanks. Ghost Watchers Northwest, Myers Paranormal, Bluegrass Paranormal. Um, so I think there's different severities, different intensities of it's like being sick. You might just get a sneeze and that's it. Well, that's one level of possession. Or you might end up, in the hospital, which is completely possessed. Ghost Watchers Northwest. I know Yvonne. I don't know how to say the name. I'm so sorry. Oh, wow. Things were said that you don't remember saying. Yeah, I can see that. Bluegrass Paranormal. I did, but I ran out and all I got is Mucinex. Um, oh, thanks, Monique. Um, you speaking another or saying whatever that you don't remember, that was probably something possessing you for a moment. Harry the Graveyard Man! Ghosts do not bother me. I just help them the best I can. Oh, Harry the Graveyard Man has really good videos. And Harry the Graveyard Man, you have a voice that belongs on national TV. Your voice could be on commercials. You guys have to hear Harry's voice. Sorry. You have to hear Harry's voice. It's not the ghost you worry about. Myers Paranormal. Well, I believe that there's other things in the cemetery besides spirits. Um, a cemetery is a place where not a lot of people hang out. And so it's a good place for other things to hide. Um, so with the energy thing, I had to worry about I'm with someone who's talking like they're possessed. Oh yeah, I'm worried more about people than ghosts. Is the living with hangups, I know. Oh wow. So um the majority of people say you should pray entering and leaving a cemetery for personal protection or to protect the person that you're with. I used to pray going in the cemeteries, but um, I stopped. Ghost Watchers Northwest. Um, but I do say when I'm leaving, don't come with me. Nothing come with me. Y'all stay here. I'm not taking anybody with me. Um, when I do pray, it's usually because somebody's innocent is with me. Um, so it's nice to see you, Harry. And Harry's been doing videos. I see notifications. He's been putting more out. So has Cemetery Visits with Jim has been putting out more videos. Can't remember Grave Visitations put out some more videos. Everybody, I swear to God that I think because we're our own community that we're motivating each other to do more content. If it wasn't for you guys or the views, I wouldn't be motivated. I would be like taking one video a month. But it's really not that hard for me to do. I know how to do it. I know what's working for me, what started working for me. And I hope what works for me works for everybody. We need to get these channels big. A lot of the Ghost Watchers Northwest love the community. Yes. Oh, thanks, Monique. It's motivation and support. You know what I'm saying? We can be a tighter community than other groups. Myers Paranormal. Oh. Eventually, if we get a strong enough community, we could do a convention or say, everybody meet at this cemetery. Or we could go off in small groups and do collabs or whatever. I have not seen Adventures with Regina. Has anybody seen Adventures with Regina? I haven't heard from her in days. So, which is unusual. But, Bluegrass Paranormal, I just got a notification that something you're doing is going on right now. Or soon. So, Myers Paranormal. So, I probably should be more humble and pray more. Maybe my life would be better. Maybe I wouldn't be sick if I wasn't bringing home spirits. Hi, Monique. Like I said, there's a couple groundskeepers that have given me things from cemeteries, okay? I have things that might have attachments. Everything I have is broken. That's the only reason why they let me have it, was because it was broken. Nobody's going to want it, So, I mean, I could sell it like a haunted item, but, excuse me. I was fine. Now I'm trying to keep this cough down. But most of us say that you can bring things home. They will follow you home. They will attach. You can get possessed in any kind of degree. You could be possessed where you say a sentence and it wasn't you, and then it's gone. Or you could be possessed where you take it home and it doesn't leave for years. So, it's a sign of weakness. Sean Ginger, you have to call the guy from the Bohemian one again. Yeah, that's another place. I've been to the Bohemian National Cemetery many, many, many times. I've even been there by myself. It's one of the creepiest cemeteries I've ever seen. And, if you look at it, it doesn't seem like a lot's going on. But one of the times I went with Cemetery Views, which is another channel, and I had my EVP thing on, and he's like, I don't like that voice. And I say you don't like it because it's a demon talking. Myers Paranormal. Um, and so I was okay until he said that. And then I kind of got freaked out and we headed towards the vehicle. We continued on our day to go to different cemeteries. So we went to another cemetery. Before we left the Bohemian National Cemetery, there was this evil laugh, like, ha ha ha. Went to the next cemetery, EVP, same laugh. Went to the next cemetery, EVP, same laugh. Something had followed Everett and I out of the Bohemian National Cemetery and followed us to all the other cemeteries. And to tell you the truth, the devil could be that. But it thought everything was funny. Every time, everywhere we went that day, turn on the EVP. I forget what it's called, but it's by a really famous thing. I don't remember. But the laugh was following us everywhere, which has never happened. I've never had an EVP session with that program where you hear something that is everywhere you go. Never. And it was the same laugh. And Everett made comments like, ooh, something's following us. Good night, my ears paranormal. Yeah. Yeah, we should probably wrap it up and say goodnight if everybody wants to start saying goodbyes. I hope everybody has a good night. Thank you, Ghost Watchers Northwest. Have a good night, Ghost Watchers Northwest. Have a good night, Monique. Have a good night, Sean. Have a good night, Christopher. Good night, Ghost Watchers Northwest. Good night, Monique. Good night, Sean. Adrian was also on here. There was a couple other people. Jonita. Oh yeah, I thought that was like, hey, you're in a different time zone, Sean. You're on the other side of the world. Good night, Bluegrass Paranormal. Yeah, Otto Crex got you in tomorrow. You'd be at work. Good night, Bluegrass Paranormal. Bye, everybody.